Well, the tax reform process we've been discussing has finally begun, and we had a chance today to meet with Kelly McCutcheon of the Georgia Public Policy Foundation. He has some great insight as to what we're going to see moving through this process, and I think you'll like what he has to say.
I'm Kelly McCutcheon, president of the Georgia Public Policy Foundation. We are a nonpartisan, privately funded think tank that's focused on state issues here in Georgia. We've had a great relationship with the Georgia Agribusiness Council for many years. We share information with them, they share information with us to make sure we have the facts about agriculture in Georgia, so that we make sure that our legislators understand those facts and how farmers and agriculture and agribusiness will be impacted by the big policy decisions that are made. And a good example of that is this year in the Tax Reform Council, where they are looking at every aspect of Georgia's tax code, which greatly impacts business and every aspect of life here in Georgia. And we're very excited about that. We think the Tax Council is going to come out with some very good ideas. And we need that because Georgia, over the last decade, has been underperforming relative to its potential. If you look at many measures of economic growth, we just haven't kept up. And that's because of a lot of different factors, but much of that can be traced back to our tax code. Our income tax is relatively high. We do tax a lot of business transactions that should not be taxed, particularly with the sales tax. And that goes into play with a lot of agricultural inputs that have been haphazardly put into the tax code over the years. It's not for special interest, it's good tax policy. And if you ask a liberal or a conservative economist about taxing business inputs, they would all agree this should not be taxed with a sales tax. So we are trying to let the policymakers know clearly that we need to broaden the base of our taxes in Georgia and lower tax rates, but we should not extend the sales tax to business inputs. So rather than looking at taking exemptions away for business, we need to look at adding exemptions for those that are paying. Like a good example is the energy that goes into manufacturing in Georgia. That's been a big issue over the years. It's been a big price tag, so we haven't been able to do it, even though most of the legislators would agree it's a good idea. But this year, and with major tax reform, I think we'll be able to get there.